laws and all these other laws. If we fall into that, instead of us looking at things with our emotions, we need to start looking at them through logic.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie. When I first heard this story, I ain't gonna lie, man. That shit was really heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, because like all the mass shooting that I heard about, that we all heard about, this one really hit home. Maybe because it's in our backyard. You know what I'm saying? It's in Michigan. So like you said, like this is why I like talking to a DJ, because I could overact. I could easily like overreact on something. Then once you start breaking things down, and that really makes sense. Now my perspective changed just a little bit. I was, when I first heard about the parents, I was like, yeah, they need to be charged. They need to go to jail. All this other stuff. But like you said, okay, if they're gonna do this, they gotta be fair. They gotta treat this, have the same energy towards other parents. You know what I'm saying? And this is unfortunate, man. But what I feel like who should be taking the most accountability is the fucking school system, because this is at the point now. This is a known thing that we keep hearing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of society love to give school a lot of credit on a lot of things, but at this situation, though, the school system need to be taken more accountable, because at the end of the day, they supposed to look after for these kids, especially if these parents is out here, you know what I'm saying, trusting these school system to make sure their kids get the proper education and making sure they in a safe environment.
But look at the children that do it, man. Listen, if we go back, and we could probably do a show on it. We can pull stories of each one of these school shootings, because it ain't a whole lot of them. Trust me, we can pull them. It's not a whole lot of them, and every one of these cats that you find out that's doing these school shootings, they were some kind of kid that was very troubled. And, pretty much think about when we was in high school, right? When you was in high school, you always had the weirdo. You always had the popular kid, both athletic kid, smart. You had all these different kids. We all going around here, and this is that was our society. High school was our society. And we was put into these different categories. Then you had the one, I probably was one of the guys I was a little bit of everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I had all my friends were, from athletes to, band and scientists. They were smart, awkward, but a lot of these dudes wasn't none of that. They were just awkward. They wasn't smart and awkward. They wasn't popular. None of these things was there. So then when you sit back like now, this particular story, wait till they start, because they already developing. What was it that caused this boy to even snap to that point? And if people say it doesn't matter, then okay.
Definitely do matter.
It does matter, because you have to find out you have to tackle the problem. One of the things I say on the behalf of the parents is that, yes, they have to be accountable, just like a lot of other parents. However, when you start saying, just put them in jail, like the bond, I think that bond that those parents got is totally outrageous and ridiculous. $500,000, $500,000 for taxpayers, homeowners. Like they were trying to, they trying to leave. They was trying to flee.
Yeah, I was definitely one of them.
What the fuck? Where they gonna go?
I'm like, them niggas going to Ohio.
They gonna really get caught in Ohio. Nigga ain't nothing but nigga. By the time you get to Sandusky, you already caught.
Yeah, for sure.
They got speed traps all through Ohio. That'll be the worst place to go. Where else they gonna try to go? Where can you go? What, you gonna go up north? Where you gonna go? You gonna go west? You gonna go to Illinois? Where are they gonna go? They son is here. What they gonna do? We just gonna flee our fucking and leave our son? That ain't how this go. They had to get their affairs together. They like, shit, I didn't think the motherfuckers were gonna charge us. Why? Because they don't normally do that. They don't just sit back and say, well, we're going to charge the parents. But you hear people on social media, people on the news, you hearing all these people, they need to charge the parents and this and that. Oh, see, you emotionally charged.
Yeah.
Yes, they should be able to charge the parents, but you ain't going to charge the parents with
But a lot of that
second-degree murder right off the damn rip. What kind of bullshit is that?
But a lot of that, like you talked about before we got on live, the media, you know, from what I heard from the media, they bought the gun for the boy. They found
and then what the other story say?
Yeah, we're gonna show y'all.
We're gonna show them.
Yeah, we're gonna show
y'all.
Two
different stories.
So, yeah, man. Yeah, this shit is just crazy. Like I'm still trying to wrap my mind.
So think about if they charge those parents, we might have to pull the stories up of recent stories of kids shooting themselves.
Yeah.
They didn't charge the parents. Kids shooting their brother or sister. Parents didn't get charged.
So kids robbing.
All kind of shit.
Yeah.
A kid go out there, 14-year-old, go out there, shoot somebody at a damn gas station. That's all too familiar.
Yeah.
They don't charge the mama or the dad for that.
You're right.
So once we start talking about charging parents and stuff like that, I get it. Those parents need to be held accountable. And it does have to be something where, you know, y'all should have been more, because my whole thing is that they were just neglectful. You're not going to sit back and tell me that those doggone parents just sat back and said, yeah, son, I'm going to give you this gun and I want you to go ahead and go to school with it.
Right.
Did you have your gun? Like, you hear all these different stories and you're like, wait a minute. People are just saying whatever they want to say right now.
If it was really that deep, the parents would have just went to the school.
Allow it to go through court, though. Yeah. Even like now, they're being charged with it. I mean, I still personally would say it's kind of unfair for the bond. But, okay, if you're going to charge their ass with goddamn manslaughter, okay, all right. But don't keep them in jail. Let them get their fucking affairs together. I know somebody will sit back and say, well, you know, those kids didn't get a chance to get their affairs together. Right. But the one that pulled the trigger was who?
Son.
He's in jail.
He's in jail.
He got to go through trial. Yeah. That's just what the world is about. If we start doing shit and trying to be liberal on shit, everybody, look, that's communistic right there. If you just sit back and say, fuck court, they just need to send them to jail. What if they can do that to us then?
Be fucked up.
Everything could be fucked up. Yeah. That's why they say no due process. If we go across that whole thing of due process, then guess what? World can be a whole lot worse for us too. We will be just giving our rights away.
Yeah.
My whole thing is that don't believe everything that you see. Let the shit unfold before you start going out here giving your opinion, which evidently it does matter now.
Yeah.
500,000.
That is kind of crazy for a crime that